Today marks newly minted Prime Minister Bennett's second day in office after his new government coalition was sworn in on Sunday. And today he's made some of his first appointments in the Prime Minister's office, but it hasn't been an easy day. Today saw thousands of Israeli right-wing nationalists marching through the streets of Jerusalem's Old City as part of the annual Jerusalem Day flag march, despite warnings from Hamas that there would be a violent reprisal. Well, joining us in the studio, or staying with us in the studio, is Colonel in the Reserves, Olivier Rafowicz. So, I want to ask you how you think the new Israeli government did today. This is a tense day.
Correct.
There was a lot of worries that they wouldn't be able to handle what was going on. What's your take?
Listen, generally, we look at the end of the day as a result. The result is good. I mean, nothing happens. The march took place. It was a good march. Thousands of people in the street with flags. Police was ready to act in case that there were some problems, some turmoil. No violences, no turmoil. It was a good day because the test was very, very serious to pass it, and they succeeded. In politics, and mostly in Israel, every day is a new day. Every day is a new test. And after 2 days since the government is now in place, Naftali Bennett and mostly Benny Gantz together made what they should do. They succeeded to make this day quiet.
Now, we just came out of an 11-day conflict with Hamas. We saw rocket fire. We saw violent unrest on the streets of Israel, Palestinian protests in the West Bank. How is this government going to handle future conflicts like this? And what will their policies look like towards the Gaza Strip?
I think it's a key question, and you ask it very, very clearly. For the time being, they are saying that they will manage the situations. They will make what we call in Hebrew Niul Mashber, crisis management. They are not ready for the time being to say that they want to make solutions to problems. But at the end of the day, maybe the US government, maybe the new appointed ambassador will ask for some solutions, not only for some management situation. And at this point, it will be for the government the first moment that they will need to decide, not only to manage. The first issue will be concerning the Palestinian issue with the West Bank. Right. Supposedly, let's suppose that tomorrow, in some time, there is someone else after Mahmoud Abbas, because this day will come. The government can meet such a situation. And Naftali Bennett, with the right side of the government, and Meretz and Avodah, the Labour Party for the left side together, they are totally opposed for the time being for dealing with the future concerning the Palestinians. So they will need to find a compromise. And compromise can be maybe the word who is going to describe this government.
Well, I think that's the big question, is how such a diverse government coalition is actually going to be able to pass any type of legislation. But, we saw a very interesting poll come out today regarding, the Palestinians and who they support. My first question is, how do the Palestinians view this new Israeli government, especially given this new poll that reveals that 53% support Hamas and only 14% support Fatah, which is where Mahmoud Abbas is leading?
Right. No, it's not a surprise. We knew that if elections have taken place and were cancelled, by the way, they were cancelled because Mahmoud Abbas knew that he's going to lose these elections. There is today a new wind. It's not only because they are for Hamas. It's because they are not for Mahmoud Abbas. The youngsters, the young population in the West Bank, in Jerusalem, are looking at Tel Aviv, are looking at Washington, are looking at Paris. They want something new. And for the time being, the alternative is only Hamas. It will be very important from the new generation after Mahmoud Abbas to find a new wind, a new music coming from the West Bank. Natasha, if you go today to Ramallah, you see youngsters, young ladies, like in Tel Aviv, like in cities in Europe, not like in Gaza. Right. What do they want? What do they want to be in the future? Gaza people or Ramallah, Tel Aviv people? I think that many youngsters from the West Bank, from Jerusalem, Palestinians, want to be more modern, more look like Israelis. But for the time being, there is no political party, political movement ready to take them there. So Hamas is playing the role of the Mahmoud Abbas, exactly.
The alternative.
The bad one.